Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, my question to the Minister of the Environment. Last week, the Supreme Court made it clear climate change is real. It's a threat to our humanity if governments don't act. This government wasted $30 million going to court that should have been spent on building a real plan to fight the climate crisis. And we've learned they also hired a climate change denier to provide quote-unquote expert testimony and defend the Premier's gas pump stickers that, as you know, Speaker, didn't even stick. After losing 2 court battles and millions of dollars wasted, can the minister tell us how much public money went into the pocket of this climate-denying Trump supporter?
The question is to the Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks.
Thanks very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank the member opposite for that question. Since day one of being elected as government in 2018, we've worked hard to make life more affordable for families and businesses, while at the same time ensuring that measures are taken to protect the environment, which produced our Made in Ontario Environment Plan, Mr. Speaker, that not only protects land, air and water, it also focuses in on reducing greenhouse gases to achieve our Paris climate target of 30% emissions below 2005 targets, and we're well on our way, Mr. Speaker. We have a number of initiatives that the member opposite knows that we put forward to reduce emissions, such as our heavy-duty emissions testing to get the heavy-duty trucks emissions down, our emissions performance standard, which we're in the middle of implementing with partnership and approved by the federal government, which will ensure the big polluters are held accountable for the pollution they're making, but it's a fair and tough policy moving forward, Mr. Speaker, and I look forward to telling the member opposite more about our plan for the environment in the supplemental.
And supplementary question.
Thank you, Speaker. Well, the government certainly made life better for climate deniers, no question. This government hired Benjamin Zicker for $111,000. I want to note some of this man's opinions: racist personal attacks on Michelle Obama, Islamophobic hatred against Muslims, going to bat for Donald Trump to deny climate change. He's so discredited that he attacked the Republicans in Congress for quietly acknowledging climate change. The government's only actions to date on climate change include millions on wasteful court battles that can only be defended by climate change deniers. Why has this government aligned themselves with climate change deniers time and again? And when will they bring in a Green New Deal to actually deal with the climate crisis in this province?
Minister of the Environment, Conservation and Parks.
Well, thanks again for that question, Mr. Speaker, and that the person the member mentioned is probably going to come on against our government as well. I mean, we know climate change is real, and we know it's a threat to the people of this province and the country. But what we don't agree with the member opposite is we have a different way and a plan of dealing with reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, which not only keeps life affordable for families, not only allows businesses, small and medium-sized, to stay open and compete, it also balances out with strong environmental protection, Mr. Speaker. And I've already mentioned our emissions reduction standards for industry across this province. We're also coming out with Ontario's first low-carbon hydrogen strategy. And I know member opposite may not be supportive of that, but this is going to be moving forward another alternative to lower greenhouse gases in our communities, whether it's mixing with natural gas, a new source of low-carbon or zero-carbon emission vehicles, trains and buses, Mr. Speaker. I'm pretty excited about our hydrogen strategy coming out. This is in addition to the $20 million we put towards conserving more land throughout this province and $30 million we put towards the wetland restoration in this province, Mr. Speaker.